Hi guys, welcome back to your Caviar podcast. And I know I say this a lot. I have a very special guest today. Before I introduce her, I just want you guys to know I'm already obsessed with this episode. I have my first Turkish guest on your Caviar podcast, Ecem Lawton. Hi. Okay, to this camera, introduce yourself.
Oh, Ecem Lawton at Ecem Lawton at Ecem Lawton.
Period.
All you need to know.
Yes. Director, producer.
I am whoever anyone wants me to be, basically.
I love this. And that's very Turkish of you, actually.
I know. Could you do that? Yes, I can.
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
Give us like your background. Where were you born, upbringing, school, all of it.
So I was born in Istanbul. I was there up until college. So I went to high school there and then came to New York for college and ended up staying, with one exception of like spending a year in London for my master's.
Okay.
But yeah, born and raised in Turkey, now an American.
So the 1 year in London, you studied contemporary art, right?
Yeah, at Sotheby's, yes.
Amazing. How was that compared to like being in New York?
It was fantastic. So I studied film and media and psychology at Columbia University in New York. You know, when you're doing your undergrad in the States, you're just given 1 year of work visa.
Yeah.
So I moved to LA and then spent 1 year just working on film sets and chopping trailers. When my visa was expiring, I was like, what do I want to do? I was interested in doing film masters. Spoke to some professors at USC that were like, you already have a really solid background in film. That would be kind of repetitive if you went on to do film. What else do you like? And at Columbia, we have this core curriculum where you have to take some mandatory classes regardless of your major. So you take like these arts, humanities, contemporary civilizations, literature classes with engineering students. Like,
wow.
It doesn't matter. You don't even have to have a major. They just want you to be this like well-rounded person who can like thrive in cocktail conversations, whatever. So they introduce you to all these disciplines that you wouldn't be otherwise introduced to. Art humanities was the class. It's kind of hard, art history, but combined with humanity. I went into the class being like, ugh, art history, ew, like I'm so not interested. Ended up like absolutely being obsessed with my professor. She was also a guest lecturer at the Met Museum. So like she would took me to the backstage of the Met, all these insane events. Like we went through all the museums in New York and just started from like the Greek statues up until the 1970s. So I was obsessed with that art history class. I think it really fed into like my vision as a filmmaker. On the other hand, I was double majoring in psychology because I have doctor parents and they were like, what if you don't end up being a filmmaker? And my mom was like, what else are you interested in? And I was like, I guess I like psychology. She's like, you're majoring in it. I'm like, okay, mom, I'll do 45 more credits for you. Why not? So I did. I was doing like all these laboratories and knowing the human brain inside and out, human anatomy. I was sharing classes with all these like neuroscience majors, pre-med majors, like really intense classes. And on the other hand, I was like producing, editing, directing, writing, taking all these theory classes and doing like editing lab. And on the other hand, I was doing the art history classes that just invoked another passion in me and made me feel like, oh my God, I need to pursue this. When it came time to pick my master's, I actually want to do like contemporary art and kind of finish up from the 70s up until today because I didn't have a grasp of that. And I found this program at Sotheby's. So Sotheby's has an amazing art institute in London and they have an art program. You can do art business, you can do contemporary art. And I was like, oh my God, this is exactly what I need. It's gonna kind of like give me all the trajectory of art. And that was absolutely life-changing for me. First of all, I missed being a student.
Yeah.
And like being a student in a new city like London, it was incredible. Like it was such a diverse program. We became like family. I was living with two of my homies from college, like in a brownstone in Shoreditch. Like it was just like
I love it.
An incredible experience. In the back of my head, I was like, I want to go back to film. I want to do video because whatever essay I would write, I would make it about video art. I knew that like the moving image was where I was supposed to end up at.
What a beautiful package though. Like all of it just like complements, even psychology obviously because you're working with actors, a lot of different personalities, like not one set is the same as the other. Watching some of your work too, I can see where all of it implements like with the colors and like it's beautiful. You also won Best Director Music Video this year, Best Female Director this year at Los Angeles Music Video and Film Awards. That's exciting.
I know. And it's like so crazy winning those things from Turkish music videos. They are Turkish, but we shoot everything in LA. Like I have a production company in LA. My team is all American, all diverse, like amazing. I'm usually the only Turk. And it's amazing being like like a Turkish female director in an all American or like international team. And it's a beautiful thing to be able to recognize from your visuals and them not limiting you because it's like a Turkish music video. And that's what I absolutely love. You can take an artist from Turkey. It's this beautiful blending of like our culture and what our capabilities are in LA. We get to show the Turkish audiences something so new. I was able to work with like Christopher Probst for my last music video. He did everyone and anyone, like from all the Britney Spears, Eminem, Black Eyed Peas, like who we grew up with. He's someone that I've looked up to. I was obsessed with his music videos that he shot, and getting to work with like people like that and getting to be that bridge for Turkish artists. This was for Beren Saat. Like we have two amazing music videos coming out for her next year. And, you know, and the funny thing is, I know I'm like jumping from one thing to another.
No, I love it. Keep going.
Like Christopher, because of Netflix, and he loves history.
Yeah.
He watched Atiye, The Gift.
Oh,
and he was like, wait a second, I know this actress.
Yes.
So like, and Ben was like, wait a second, I know your music videos.
Okay, that's who I was thinking because I didn't know she sang, but I did watch the first season of Atiye. Yeah. So you guys also, I meet a lot of Americans too who are like, Turkey has a lot of like history and stuff, which I'll get into that. Especially Atiye, which is on Netflix. The first season was so well done. It talks about Göbekli Tepe, which is one of the 7 wonders of the world. And like,
it's like where humanity kind of like the civilizations that began. And
the first temples of the world was there.
I not only direct, but I produce. And it's not something that I wanted to do or was interested in doing. You end up needing to do it. Try to work with like amazing editors. But first of all, they're in Turkish. So like the lip syncing is hard.
Yeah.
I know how I want to see my video as a final product, and I have the skill to edit it, so like why pass it on to someone else? So
I mean, one of the best things I've learned the last like 2 years, actually, I have several like really great director friends and they all have an editing background. Networks keep hiring them because they can do an episode under a budget.
Absolutely.
Because editing it in their mind as they're like shooting it. You're doing all of it. The beautiful thing about Turkey with its culture and like history in your work, you literally blend like the drama and the emotion of our culture with like the upbringing of, you know, from London, New York, LA. It's like irony and like, there's just like two very amazing worlds. In your work, I see it, is what I'm trying to say. Fuck. I need to finish this coffee.
Okay, do it, because I'm the best fortune teller and I don't tell this to anybody.
So I usually look at people's Turkish fortunes and I'm very lucky today.
Obviously, the song is where it all starts. That's the starting point. And I love making music videos that you would never think of making listening to that song. It's like a two-headed beast. Like I go to the deepest core of what the song is telling, and sometimes the artist isn't aware of this. Like Murat Boz, we did Derin Mevzular, Deep Issues.
I didn't know you. I like listened to it. I was like, oh my God, I love this song. I had no idea you directed it.
In the song, he told me like, this is me talking to a girl. This is a love song. Susmasan, eline son doğru ans. It's like fighting with a girl only if you would communicate with me, only if you understood. And I was like, Murat, I think you're talking to yourself. He's like, wait a second. This is me talking to myself. Like, it's this internal battle that he then projects onto his maybe love life. I always pull from literature and art history. I'm like, what story is there that I think is parallel to the core of the song, but like no one would guess? One, it's Dostoevsky's The Double. It's this like white collar office drone who then goes back to his house one day, smoking, drinking, watching TV, sees himself, this like gangster in the news, this incredible kingpin. Second, Fight Club, obviously. The story took a lot of different shapes, and at one point it was just like gonna be this commercial stuff, and then he's like, no, what else do we have? And I was like, first of all, I know what Turks want to see. Like, you're fucking hot. Let's show them this body. Like, I know you can act. I know you can learn how to fight. So like, we worked with this fight coordinator. And then the third one was Enemy by Denis Villeneuve, who then went on to directing like Dune and all these incredible movies. And he's just like an amazing director when it comes to depicting this monster. So I meshed those three things with the song. And every video I make, I approach as like short films. There's always a casting process. There's always actors, location scouting. There's always a script. I guess what I'm trying to say is I absolutely love making music videos.
You guys, this is so funny because just like sitting here, her energy is like off the walls and I love it. The film you directed, and I'm gonna butcher it, Guanche people?
Yeah, Guanche people.
It won Best Fashion Film Award at Style Experimental Fashion Film Festival. And I watched it and it looks like a short film. So that's what I think makes you unique is like you can bring the song, bring the fashion, tell like a story.
I do lots of like fashion brand movies as well. And Guvanch Agajumayev is like a very dear friend of mine. He's also from Turkmenistan. He has an insane life
amazing.
story. And he has designed clothes for my music videos like Kenan Bumaya. He made up to like 20 unique ball gowns for that music video.
Wow.
So he's an incredible designer that I'm obsessed with, a very dear friend. And when I lived back in New York, he wanted to make a new brand video. It's a really
The video
amazing,
looks amazing.
Thank you. So we wanted to showcase all kinds of people of all kinds of backgrounds.
Beautiful. I also want to talk about Give Me Liberty. It won an award at the Film Independent Awards in 2019, and you got a 10-minute standing ovation for it.
Yeah, I didn't have like this huge role in it, but it was the second feature-length film I was able to be a part of. It was shot in Milwaukee. It's a feature film.
That's what I thought.
It was showcased in Sundance, Cannes Film Festival, and won John Cassavetes Award, which is given to movie productions under $500,000 budget.
How did you end up getting that project?
Well, it's written and produced by my husband's mother.
Oh, okay.
She's an amazing lawyer, then turned Chicago playwright, and then now she's making movies. And it's wonderful to work with family like that.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take it back a second. I moved to the States from Turkey when I was like 7. You did much later. For people who are watching this and are going to watch it, especially from Turkey, what was your journey like? You knew you wanted to do this from an early age, it sounds like.
Well, I feel like no.
Okay. Take us back to like Little
It
Jam.
kind of found me. Loved being in front and behind the camera, entertaining people to death. That's zero seriousness. I just cannot be tamed. I can't be shamed. It's like I was a very rebellious teenager. My poor mother, single mom. I would escape from windows. So I always had this like wild horse of an energy. Have such an allergy to people telling me what to do, what I can't do. I feel like as an adult child who gets to do whatever she wants.
But what a beautiful way to like look at the world.
Yeah. So let me pause. What were we talking about?
I love it. Istanbul.
Okay, yes. How like the journey. I didn't know I wanted to be a director. I had no idea what career I wanted to get into, but I always grew up with MTV and I learned English really late. Like I learned it when I was 12 because I went to a German primary school, so I learned German as a foreign language.
Oh, wow.
So I just grew up watching MTV and like learning how to pronounce things, blah blah blah. When I was applying for college, applying to film, and the easiest way to obviously come to America right now is being a student. My sister also went to Princeton. Like I grew up going to her college. And
is she a creative too or no?
She's now a professor at USC.
Okay.
She's like a health and science journalist. My entire family is doctors. I'm probably the only one who's done something absolutely different. She's a doctor, like she's a PhD.
Got it. Okay.
She's very much more academic than me. I'm just the black sheep of the family. Like I said, like I also studied psychology. I was very obviously blessed to have had the opportunity to go to university in the States. The economy is so bad in Turkey that it's like so much harder for families to send their kids abroad. If you have this dream of going away, it doesn't have to start from America, like Europe, Germany, like school is free. Like if you have this thing in you that like toprak kadar değildir doğduğuna kadar, this like where you're born is not your destiny, like kind of thing. Because I do believe that, you know, where we're born, yes, life is unfair. Life is super random. Why does like another random kid in Turkey growing up in a complete different background, complete different family than me? Like I'm not like that's totally fair. But I feel like if you put it in your mind, there's always a way to explore the world. We are citizens of the world and take baby steps. And I think if you can't afford America right now, you can afford cities in Europe.
Yeah.
And then you can always build
Italy,
yourself.
you have
and
France.
It's not like America is doing great anyway. You know, like I don't
We're
know if I
all
want to be here that
struggling.
much either. So it's like get yourself out of anywhere. Just experience the world. Travel as much as you can.
When you're from Turkey, it's like we're known to just figure it out.
Turkey is a country that just does not let you live your life that easily.
Yeah, it's
does
hard.
not let you be happy that easily. So I really, really sympathize with my fellow Turks who
Yeah.
are trying to figure it out. I think that gives us such a cool edge. Turks are always the coolest, you know? New York didn't satisfy me after the Istanbul
Yeah.
life I had. It is an incredible country.
And then I just have this like very patriotic feeling about Turkey, and I
We
love
all do, babes.
like
If you're
yeah,
born
like the
Turkish,
Turkish,
it's like,
yeah.
it never leaves you. It's always home. Every time I go, I'm just like, I feel so home. I have my rituals. Like
Yeah.
I can't not go every year. You know, I go like 2-3 times a year,
Yeah.
and it gives me such a boost. Just fills my belly up.
And literally,
Yes.
I do think we have some of the best food.
Yeah.
How do you navigate being international in like an industry that's so adamant on putting people in a box?
First of all, I think this industry celebrates diversity a lot, especially like they love female directors coming from different backgrounds. So I wouldn't say it's been a disadvantage, but there's definitely a big wall, especially for me with like Turkish spoken videos to kind of show them my visual world and capabilities. And it took me like 2 years to, you know, now starting to direct foreign artists, being involved in foreign films and foreign projects. It takes time for someone to really believe in themselves and be a hustler. And you know, you are an actress, you know, going to an audition, you know there's a chance that it's going to be a no. It's about how many times you throw that dart.
Yeah.
It's not about, it's a numbers game, baby. It's a numbers game. It's like the more auditions you go to, the more your chances increase. The more you email people about just put a Doja Cat song and do a reel. It doesn't matter what language,
Yeah.
you know. So, and that's what I did. Like I really, really worked on my reels. When I primed them with an email saying, look, if you want to understand me as a director and my capabilities, you got to watch this 6-minute thing, baby.
Yeah.
Know yourself. And if you are building a portfolio, know how to package yourself and then be your own biggest support system, be a hustler. It's not for everyone. And I did, by the way, do that corporate life 9 to 5, but then I ended up abandoning the 9 to 5 to 24/7, you know, life. You gotta just have discipline, consistency, have an alarm that you wake up with, and just...
I was in Boston recently. 2 of my good friends, they're both like in medical. We actually met this guy and he ended up being in medical. He said something that I thought was like really sweet. Anything in entertainment, it's not a guarantee. Like we literally take a chance on ourselves every day. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I really admire what you do because you took a chance on yourself. We kind of like settled in this thing that gives us stability and money and, you know, structure. He's like, I couldn't do that. Like
Yeah.
It's like people from Turkey reach out and like they want to come here and, you know, they want to try it. And it's also not that easy. I heard stories where it's like people have come and they've tried and, you know, they have a really great career in Turkey and they have 23 million followers and they come here and they grind it for like 6 months and nothing and they think that's enough. It's like,
Yeah.
I've been at this for 10 years and I'm still at it. Like
it's like you
so
can be
hard.
the best in your country, but
Yeah.
especially in a place like LA, everyone was best in their country.
Yeah.
Everyone is famous in their
Yeah.
country. Everyone's well known. It's about like the ego has to take a backseat because
Yeah.
you are starting from scratch. It's kind of like being a fish out of water and you have to make peace with that. And it's not for everyone. It's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
I feel like I have the curse of my first project blowing up because I was like, I made it. I'm a household director.
Yeah.
It's like, no, baby. Like, you're just getting started.
Yeah.
I've given up so many times. I've gone depressed because it is a tough industry. You hear about how horrible people can be, how horrible people on the top,
Absolutely.
producers, managers. There's so many different players. But ultimately, like, now I say no more than yes. And I work
Yeah.
with people that I love. I work with artists that I'm besties with. Like, I'm not going to work with you if you suck. Like, I'm not going to do
Yeah.
that. Being okay with not having success after success after success, but being proud of your last video because you're as good as your last video. I'm like,
yeah.
what about my first?
If you want to get humbled in the entertainment business, please come to Los Angeles.
Come to LA, baby.
Comparing like Turkish production versus American. So this is
Next
one of
question.
Well, I'll take this on, and it's fine if I get whatever because there's Turkish people that's gonna watch this too. I was in Turkey in 2019 for like 6 months, and you know have a dialect coach. I speak Turkish, but I hadn't since I was like 7 really because my mom actually spoke English because she was trying to learn it. the language was like so far from how I grew up in the States. And I like lived in the South, New York, all over the place. So what I love about America is that it does celebrate diversity. What I love about Turkey is energy and the passion, the work that they put out, the quality of the work. It looks like $30 million blockbuster film. I think what frustrates me is like, one, selfishly, I just want to go back to Turkey and like be on a Netflix show just so I can be around the culture and speak the language. Do you see writers writing more diverse characters in Turkey? Because they do that in America. We celebrate diversity. It can still be improved. But I feel like in Turkey, why not celebrate different characters?
There's the idea of Orientalism, right? The West loves to see the East suffer. The West loves to see all these insane dramas like taşradan gelen şehre, zengin kız, fakir erkek. No, like the rich guy, the poor girl love.
Yeah.
Like someone coming from a village to the city and like absolutely struggling.
Yeah.
A family of homeless people. Like, unfortunately, like those sell. As a very dramatic people, we love watching that too.
Yeah.
And I just like, that's kind of frustrating to me. And I so appreciate projects that show another side of Turkey. That's why people think we still ride camels because of shows and TV. Like we just cannot break through that idea of Turks being this like third world country. People like, no, babes, we're more we're cooler. Like, you know, now HBO has entered the chat.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. It's been like 3-4 months.
Hello.
Netflix is around. I feel like we still, as a film industry, have so much to prove, not in our capabilities, our technical abilities. What we need is scriptwriters and a vision. We have so much more to show. We have so much more, many more stories to tell. We're going in the right direction.
Absolutely.
Everyone knows about our TV shows.
Yeah.
They don't know about everything we can tell. So we haven't scratched the surface when it comes to the kinds of stories that we can tell, the kinds of perspectives we have. I am working towards a couple scripts right now that show the chaos of Istanbul and
I love
you know, all the different layers of what it means to be Turkish, because we don't even know. We have the Roman Empire, the Byzantine Empire, the Ottoman Empire. Now Atatürk founded this modern republic, but he died too early. So we're in this, like, we're so confused, which makes us so multi-layered and amazing. But it's just like, we're like, it's this identity crisis.
No, there's so many stories to tell, which is, you know, like, it's kind of crazy when they kind of recycle the same. It works. It makes money. It gets people jobs. I think I just like would love to see shows just that celebrate more Turkish people that live in other countries.
Exactly. Oh,
selfishly, obviously.
No, absolutely.
You know,
like Anora.
Exactly. Is there a Turkish tradition that has stuck with you that's odd to Americans?
That's an awe. Yes. You like something, you're gonna get it. It's like my friends stopped coming to my place because every time they compliment on something, I'm like, it's yours. I cannot stop but gift something to someone who likes it.
That's a good one,
and
actually.
That's the beauty of like my music video sets. I get Istanbul Cafe catering.
Love it.
Ferit abi, selam
Yes.
olsun. They have this amazing baklava chef that does like baklava from scratch that morning.
Yes.
So I do carry those kind of traditions. And the people I work with, especially the dancers, I get to work with literally the best dancers in the industry. They always say is like, oh, like I work with J-Lo, I work with Beyonce, but you're the first person that looks at us like humans, know our name, like you feed us, you glorify us. They love that. And I think that comes from like Turkishness. We love different people.
We
so
celebrate
it's like,
it.
We celebrate. We're amazed by them. So it's just like
our hospitality is definitely, it goes like above and beyond.
It's unbelievable.
I usually ask this for 5 movies that describe you, but we can do directors if you want. So if you could describe you in 5 directors, who would they be?
David Lynch. I cried my eyes out when I heard he died. Robert Eggers. I love The Lighthouse so much. I want to say Harmony Korine. Watch all his like modern movies, but then I just watched Gummo and I was front row. It was a midnight screening. And I was like, I love it. I want to say Lars von Trier. Obsessed, scared, spooked out. I want to like, it's just like he's so painterly. 5th. I will say one Turkish, like I have so many other directors, but I want to say Nuri Bilge Ceylan because I got to work with him.
Oh, really?
I
Amazing.
wrote my film thesis on him at Columbia. I was someone that just like loved the big productions, adventure movies, action movies, and watching Nuri Bilge Ceylan's movie slowed me down and made me actually appreciate slow cinema because I have no attention span. He was a really good lesson in take your time, long shots, observe like the mise en scène, the shot compositions. It's just not about the actors and what they're saying. It's just like look at what he's like. Look at the pile of letters on his like the Winter Sleep was incredible. And
Winter
I think
Sleep.
because I was simultaneously doing the art humanities class and going to museums like the Met and having to write like essays on like a Monet painting, which meant like the requirement was like you have to sit in front of a Rembrandt, a Monet painting for at least an hour and a half and come up with details. So I had this a visual notebook that then became my director's notebook and like kind of like made me figure out like what colors I like, what da da da. So I was simultaneously watching paintings and writing stuff and then watching Nuri Bilge Ceylan. I was like, I need to slow down.
Wait, also, can you pronounce his name for Americans who don't know him? Full name and
Nuri Bilge Ceylan, not Nuri Bilge Ceylan. NBC. Meeting him made me look at everything so differently. He does not care about press. They would ask him like these questions and he'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember. And he's just such a funny guy. He doesn't take himself seriously at all. And then ends up making these incredibly serious movies that say about something about the human condition.
Bu arada hiç kahve içmedin ve o kadar çok büyük enerjim var ki çok güzel.
Bu arada deli gibi kahve içtim. Sadece Türk kahvesi içmiyorum. Gelirken baksana kutsal damacanamla geldim kahve.
Anladım. Türk kahve içmiyorsun ama
Türk
normal
kahve.
kahve.
Rakı hiç buralarda yokum yani yapamıyorum. Çok iyi fal bakarım ama I can't.
I remember I was going to Turkey for like the first time. I was on the plane. Bunu Türkçe anlatacağım. Ve hiç rakı içmemiştim. Yani küçükten belki bir iki defa yaptığımı hatırlıyorum New York'ta okula giderken. Neyse uçakta yemin ediyorum 8 tane falan rakı içtim.
Ne yapacaksın? Uçağı düşürdün.
Yok. Ve Türk havalimanına uçmuştum. Ve kadın dedi ki hanımefendi emin misiniz? I was like yes, please keep bringing it. And like, I don't know if it was like something of me like being on the plane, like that high above. I had the best sleep of my life.
Yeah.
I don't ever remember drinking that much rakı in my life.
I've seen rakı do some weird shit to my friends.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no.
So rakı is like our national drink, you guys.
Ouzo.
And yeah, it's similar to ouzo and it means lion's milk. It's quite dangerous. Okay, so I wrote 10 facts about Turkey. You're the first Turkish person that I've had on here. And even sometimes like, because I don't really speak it enough and I do like one video, people are like, oh wait, are you Turkish? Mm-hmm. So I feel like one, I need to lean into that more, but also a lot of people who are watching are foreign. Mm-hmm. And I get so many questions about Turkey, which is
Do you have electricity? Yes, we do.
Do you ride camels? No.
We have Starbucks, yes.
Okay, so number 1, 10 facts about Turkey, you guys.
So what are we doing? What am I doing?
Nothing. You're just gonna listen, basically. But you're probably gonna know some of these because you're really good at history.
Oh, you're just giving me 10 facts I might not have known. Okay.
Maybe. Okay, number 1. It's where Santa Claus originated. Yep.
Absolutely.
Number 2. Istanbul is the only city that spans between Europe and Asia.
Period.
Most people don't know that.
I know. I lived in the European side and my high school was on the Asian side, so I crossed continents twice a day.
That's
my fun
it.
fact.
Oh, I love it. Okay. It holds historical significance as the birthplace of the world's first temple, which is Göbekli Tepe, and where the first coins were created by the Lydians.
I mean, what would humanity do without Turkey, guys?
You guys. Number 4. Global supplier of hazelnuts, which makes sense because I
Global what?
Hazelnuts.
Yes.
So like anything that's a Nutella or hazelnuts. I don't know. I love hazelnuts.
I know, me too. Okay. So what happened to them?
We're the global supplier.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nuts for nuts.
I kind of thought pistachio too because I guess,
love all kinds of nuts.
Same. Wait, I need to know your ex after this. Okay. 5. Turkish delight. Originated in Turkey. It's one of the oldest sweets to be ever created. Number 6. The country introduced tulips and coffee to Europe.
Wow.
Number 7. 2 cities in Turkey were the only ones that Alexander the Great couldn't conquer. I think I wrote them down, but I can't read my handwriting. Number 8. World's first international peace treaty was signed in Turkey. It was called the Treaty of Kadesh. Number 9. In Ottoman times, women could leave their husbands if he didn't provide her enough coffee.
I knew that, and I sent this meme to my husband yesterday.
Facts.
I was like,
yes.
why am I the coffee purchaser in this house?
Yeah.
Like, I get all the Nespresso parts, but
Well,
I'm like,
You
things
could-
are about
you
to
could have-
change.
I know. And number 10, which I thought was really cool because I didn't know this. Julius Caesar's famous words, Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. Reportedly said the phrase after the Battle of Zela in 47 BC in what is now known as Almas, which is in Tokat province. It's a province in northern Turkey.
Overheard Tokat is a new page.
What is overheard? Oh yeah, overheard Tokat. So yeah, I mean that's just like
I mean, what more can we do, guys?
I don't know. We haven't even scratched the surface. I feel like I have so much more to talk about, but my producer Justin prepped a game. Okay, 2 minutes. We have to go fast. So he's gonna say never have I ever, and we put a finger down.
All right,
So put up 10 fingers.
10.
Oh,
Okay,
whoa.
go.
Okay, here we go. We're going to rapid fire these.
And you're gonna look at my Turkish coffee offline. Okay.
Okay. Never have I ever crashed a wedding. Never have I ever pretended to not speak English to avoid a conversation. Never have I ever eaten something off of the floor. Never have I ever had a crush on a friend's ex. Never have I ever gone viral online.
Probably. I don't know. We'll put that down.
Never have I ever gone on a date simply for the story.
Yep.
Oh, like a famous person.
No, just for the plot. You you don't like them, but it's gonna be a good story because they're probably batshit crazy.
Never have I ever snooped through someone's phone.
My ex. Cheated.
Never have I ever had sex in public.
Oh, my parents are watching. I've never had sex. Ever.
She's a virgin.
Okay, fine. Sex secretly puts me down while distracting the audience.
And these next couple are to test my own ability to speak Turkish. Never have I ever texted my ex, iyi misin.
That was pretty
Like,
good.
iyi misin
İyi
or
misin?
iyi misin? Like, are
Yeah.
you good or are
Yeah.
you good?
Yeah. That was
No.
good, Justin.
Never have I ever made a spontaneous trip to Fitay or
Petiye.
Fethiye. Okay.
to Fethiye or
Göcek.
Cappadocia.
Like a spontaneous trip?
Cappadocia. I have. Yeah.
Like I all planned.
She's a planner.
And never have I ever danced on a rooftop in Beyoğlu.
Beyoğlu. Where that's in Istanbul.
Yeah, like a Soul House is a rooftop in Beyoğlu.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Easy.
Great.
All right. That's it.
That's it?
You guys are
You win. You're
for 2.
crazier. You're
Oh
batshit
man.
crazy.
I was waiting for more. Okay.
I know.
Whatever. Ejam, thank you so much for
my God,
coming.
thank you for having
I feel like I have to have you back on because there's
girl.
too much. Yeah.
Let's switch seats and I'll ask you some questions.
Perfect. Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
idea.
why not?
Maybe in Turkish. Türkçe de yapabiliriz bunu bir kere daha.
Let's read your fortune.
Görüşürüz. Çok teşekkürler. Done.
Done.